stores of information that no one else has.
What happened to your leg? Hardcore. People who are here stay through the Jericho Council meeting.
Man, what do you think about the debate last night?
I did not watch the debate last night. I confess I had a multiple event night. I was out saluting Milo Hamilton and helping raise money for the Astros Foundation, which is, yeah, I was seated at a table with Hank Aaron and Craig Biggio, and so as a baseball fan, that was nirvana. Oh, no, I'm not kidding. Hank Aaron and Craig Biggio were at the table where I was, so it was but evening started out with the Odebrecht Sustainability Awards. Odebrecht is a massive Brazilian company, but it has 5 of its subsidiary companies have a presence here in Houston, and we're glad that they moved their presentations to Houston. It had previously been held in Miami. And even more proud that of the 170 schools that competed with projects, 3 were chosen, and one of those was a team from Rice. So it was a great evening, but it did keep me away from my TV set. But actually, this morning I wanted to talk about our continued success in bringing more small and minority businesses into being able to aggressively compete for not just city work, but all types of business across the city of Houston. We have worked hard to provide the tools to small and minority businesses to advance them. We've talked previously about the training program that we entered into with Goldman Sachs, the 10,000 Small Business Program. There are a number of other initiatives. Today I want to highlight our bonding education program. In 2010, we began this program. The Office of Business Opportunity began the program, and we have now had 13 classes go through, or actually 13 classes went through in 2012, but we've graduated 26 classes, and it is an opportunity for small businesses that want to grow but that are hampered in their ability to get bonding for their work. It's to make them more bondable and to teach them how to go through the process. To date, participants have obtained more than $175 million in new aggregate bonding capacity as a direct result of our bonding education program. And with me today are 2 successful graduates. And before I introduce them, this latest class began August 7th and ran through September 25th. There was no cost to the participants. I actually was there for their graduation, got to meet a lot of the participants. The next program is currently scheduled for the spring of 2013, and anyone who's interested in going through the program should contact the Office of Business Opportunity through the city's website. But it is free service offered by the city. It doesn't just help companies do business with the city, it helps companies grow. We all know that small businesses create more jobs in America than any other level of business. So first, let me recognize Ovidio Gutierrez, President and CEO of G5 Construction. It is a 2-year-old company specializing in interior renovations. Excuse me. Clients include Texas Southern University, the University of Houston, Transwestern, and the Houston Dynamo. Prior to attending the bonding education program, Mr. Gutierrez was only able to obtain a single bond for $80,000. Since the program, his bonding capacity has increased to $157,000 immediately, and he's on his way to increasing his aggregate bonding capacity from $500,000 to $1 million, which will allow him to aggressively compete for more business. Also, Mr. Bufong Tran, who is the President and CEO of AB&C Electric, just became certified as a minority business enterprise in September and was able to initially secure $400,000 in aggregate bonding capacity through his participation in our program. I'm going to ask each of them to step up and talk a little bit about why they got into the program and what happened.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. The reason for getting involved in this particular program for us was to basically increase our bonding capacity, and it was such an awesome class. Like the Mayor mentioned, we currently have 2 bonded projects, one with the University of Houston and the other with Texas Southern University. And the bonding amount for the Texas Southern University project was double any single bond amount that we had ever applied for. And the most powerful part about it is that once we turned in our bonding application, I received a call from Cheryl Cosin with Marshall McLennan within 3 hours stating that my bonds would be available for pickup the next morning. What used to take me a week with constant follow-ups was all of a sudden cut down to 3 hours, which was absolutely amazing, powerful. And so programs like this are basically just a testimonial of the mayor and her staff's commitment to the growth and development of Houston's small business entrepreneur, and for that, I thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Gutierrez. You can introduce yourself, please.
Morning, everyone. My name is Wu Tran with ABNC Electrical, and my company just a new company. I just started up the company and on January this year. And by beginning with, I don't know how to do the business and where to go with the business and how to grow my business. But a good thing that I get down to opportunity office in Houston, and some officers recommend me to go to the bonding system program. And after that, I got for the first step and turn around, I got bond capacity. At first, I don't have nothing, but now I got $400,000 total bond, and on a single job, I can get $100,000 for a single job. And I'm thinking that I'm in the right track to grow my business, because before that, I don't have no company to invite me to do any bid on the work. Not mean for the city work only, and a lot of company out there, a lot of general contractor out there, they now turn around to invite me to bid the work out there. And that's pretty good and very helpful in this program, and I think it's a big help for me to get on a big step to grow my business in the future. Thank you.
So it's important to note that this is not something the city has given to you. We gave you training that allows you to stand on your own. These bonds are provided by private companies that back you. This is for you standing alone. And if you could just briefly say that in Vietnamese, I think it would be beneficial.
Xin chào các bạn out there. Tôi cũng có những cái lời gửi ra cho tất cả những cái company của người Việt Nam mình ở Houston và ở trên nước Mỹ, thì những cái chương trình của chính phủ, nhất là cái chương trình bonding program, nó sẽ giúp cho những cái công ty của mình phát triển một cách tốt đẹp, và có thể giúp cho cái công ty của mình phát triển trong tương lai rất là tốt. Khi mà mình có được cái bond capacity, bond insurance, thì rất là nhiều cái business khác sẽ mời mình tham dự những cái chương trình để phát triển cái business của mình. Chỉ có những nhiều đó thôi.
Just learned how to say bonding in Vietnamese.
These two companies are examples of what's happening across the city of Houston. And our Office of Business Opportunity is available not just to people who want to do government work, but to companies that do business all across the city that want to grow. And whether that is through the intense training that is provided through the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Initiative, through our program to learn how to either acquire or increase your bonding capacity. All of those tools are available to Houstonians, and as we begin to come out of this recession, we want to make sure that Houstonians know what's available. Of course, if you're also interested in doing business with other government entities like the City of Houston, the Office of Business Opportunity is where you need to go also. Carlicia, anything I forgot or you want to add? This is the director, Carlicia, right?
Thank you so much, Mayor. The only thing that I will add is that we continue to try to create a competitive and diverse business environment in the City of Houston. And so this bonding education program is just one of the many initiatives that we have. I urge any business that's in the City of Houston, as Mayor Parker said, we offer various services. And so you can go to the city's website and learn more about those services and how we can help you. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions about
Ms.
that?
Wright, Ms. Wright, it's an extraordinary program, all right? I've seen a lot of this before, but never for a bonding area, in the bonding area. That's one of the major areas that a lot of minority businesses have not been able to crack. And the city, under your leadership, Mayor, should be commended for this. And whether or not you get national attention for this, which you should, because I don't know of any other city that is doing this on this level. And congratulations.
Thank you.
I have a question. I don't know whether it's for you or the entrepreneurs, but is there like a single kind of magic thing you learn in the workshop that says, oh, that's what I need to do to increase my bonding
We want
capacity?
people to go through the class. We don't want to tell you.
But there is.
Please, go on.
Oh, okay.
I mean, is it just like, this is who you need to call, or these are the documents? you need?
Absolutely, that's actually the focus is actually to establish a relationship directly with your surety. Previously, we would go through our insurance agent, which is a way of doing it. However, it has a middleman involved, and so it takes a little bit longer. But the program really focused on the company developing a direct relationship with the surety. And that's what we've done now, and again, it's gone from a week to 3 hours, and that's pretty powerful.
So it's like matchmaking, and the companies kind of trust you now because they know you, so they'll give you higher bonding capacity?
Absolutely. Well, they become just integrated in your company. They know your financials, and so they are like your banker. They are someone you can trust. And when you develop a relationship with someone like that, I mean, that's pretty powerful. Now, in correlation with the surety, the CPA is also very important. Again, your financials are the most important thing that based your bonding capability and ability. So, but yes, direct contact with the surety, that's the way to go.
And the city kind of helps create that
Yes,
relationship, I guess?
they do.
And as a result of the relationship, they're willing to, I
That,
guess, give you more bonding
that is
capacity.
correct. They are a sponsor. Marshall McLennan was a sponsor there, and of course, once it's basically just giving you resources, and it's really up to you to take advantage of those resources. So, and which I did, and very good.
Yes, to Mr. Trent.
Did you want to say something?
Really
I was just going to say one other thing. The City of Houston, half of our procurement budget last year was in construction. So this bonding education program is very important. If we want to create that competitive and diverse business environment in the City of Houston, it's important that we figure out programs that can help build capacity so that minorities and small businesses can actually participate in city construction. And so bonding is that conduit to do that. On any City of Houston contract that is a construction contract, there's bonding and insurance requirements. And so whatever we can do to help these companies gain access to that bonding, then that's what we're willing to do. And that's really what our role is to help facilitate that.
Ms. Wright, how do you get involved with?
Capital for operations and expansion, insurance, and bonding are the 3 keys to doing business. And the City of Houston is doing more small and minority business work than we have ever in our history. Not because we are, not because we are setting aside work for minorities, but because we are increasing the capacity of small and minority companies to go in and fight and earn and win these jobs.
I mean, how does Goldman Sachs fit into this? Because I remember the initiative a couple of years ago when Goldman Sachs first got involved with this. How does that integrate with your overall plan for small businesses? And how did that translate into just
Goldman
this?
Sachs, the Goldman Sachs program, which is hosted by Houston Community College, another great use of Houston Community College facilities, is an intense business boot camp that teaches an existing business, not I want to start a business, but I'm an existing business and I want to grow, just like this bonding program, and says, you know, this is how to overhaul your finances. This is the kind of insurance you need. This is, you know, the bonding you would need. These are the mechanisms for finding the jobs you want. But there's also the opportunity for investment capital at the end of the program. We're using every tool we can, either our own training programs or national programs to draw down that we can use to benefit the companies here. But ultimately, again, it is the business owner that has to say, I want to do better. I know I have the ability, I know I have the capacity, I just may not know how to get there. And so the city can help build that capacity so then they can get in and compete more aggressively. So I want to thank both the gentleman who came here today for going through the program, but Carlicia for really advancing the ball aggressively in the Office of Business Opportunities.
Yes, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Great.